Karlee Jones now joining us here on the postgame. Karlee, a tough loss here tonight, 10-0, but I think the girls, I think you played a pretty good ball game here tonight. Defensively, a few miscues kind of hurt you early on.
Yeah, I agree. We definitely had a lot more confidence in ourselves tonight. It's always hard playing in our conference, and when we make so many errors, like, they're going to get easy runs. It definitely should have been a lot closer of a game, and if we could have strung our hits together earlier, we would have had a lot better chance of keeping it closer.
What did you see from the Elliott girl tonight that threw for Ballard? It didn't seem like she was throwing real hard, but until the fourth inning, you guys not able to really kind of put a hit on the board.
Yeah, she had a lot of movement on her balls. Definitely not the fastest pitchers we've seen, but she got it to the strike zone and moved it around, had a good changeup, good off-speed pitches, which I think got us in the long run. But once we did get a hold of it, we were really hard hit balls.
What adjustments do you think you and the girls made kind of as the game gone on? Because it really seemed like as the game moved on, you saw her better and hit her better.
Yeah, I think just we learned from our previous at-bats, and Borchers told us to move a little closer to the plate and up in the box so that we can see the ball better and get a better piece of it, and we obviously did. So I'm glad that we all listened to Coach and took his word, even though some of us were kind of iffy as like, oh, I don't know, we don't usually stand this close, but it works.
Ashley almost had a home run for you tonight as you saw her hit that ball. What was going through your mind? Did you think it was gone?
Yeah, I thought it was gone right away because it was so high and just floating, and then once I saw it, it barely missed the top of the fence, and I was just thinking like, oh, I wish she would have got that, because as an 8th grader playing varsity, that's such an amazing honor, and she'll get one soon, I'm sure, but I just thought it would have been really cool to have her first home run as an 8th grader.
It seems like just yesterday you were the young player playing on this team. Now as a junior, you're kind of one of the veterans on this team. What are you telling a lot of young kids on this team this year? So how are you trying to help them make that adjustment from junior high or freshman ball now to playing varsity ball?
I'm just telling them to be confident. Like, Borchers put them there for a reason, and he believes in them, and we all believe in the younger ones, and we need to believe in ourselves in order to do the job. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you've already lost once you've stepped on the field. So I just tell them to be confident, and you can do it.
Karlee, I know you came up as a shortstop, but you played the last few years at third. How has the transition to shortstop went before you here this year?
Growing up, I've always played shortstop, and it was kind of a little weird at first playing third, and I got it right away. But I like playing shortstop a little more. I have a lot better range, and I can make cool plays like I did tonight, throwing a girl out on my knees, so that was a lot of fun.
I was going to ask you about that one. Take us through that play. Hard shot, you kind of went down to your knees to get it, and then you knew you couldn't stand up to make the throw.
Yeah, it was really hard hit, and at first I didn't think I was going to be able to get to it, and I'm like, oh, it's right here, so I just dived a little bit, and I was still sitting up on my knees, and I saw the girl coming, and I'm like, well, I have a shot at her, but I can't get up and throw it, so I'm just like, oh, throw it as hard as I can, and I got her out. It felt good to get her. Did
you realize you have as strong of arm as you showed on that play?
Yeah, I mean, I feel weird saying that, but I know my arm, and if I knew I couldn't get it there, I wouldn't have thrown it, because I didn't want to make a really bad error and give her the extra bases.
Well, I tell you what, even though it was a loss here tonight, Karlee, I've seen some positive things come out of this team. I know you girls will continue to work hard and get better, and we certainly appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Thanks, Jeff.
Karlee Jones again with the Carroll Tigers. I think Coach Borchers might be waiting right outside the door here. We'll see if we can get Coach to slide on in. I don't know if anybody else is waiting out there. Nope, just Coach. Coach Borchers now joining us here in the postgame, and Coach was talking with Karlee. Even though it was a 10-0 game tonight, I saw some really positive things. I thought Julia pitched a good game tonight.
Yeah.
Defense kind of hurt her a little bit early, but I thought you guys settled in, really played some good defense there in the 5th and 6th.
Yeah, it was kind of 4th, 5th, and 6th inning. I thought we were pretty solid defensively. And even in, the 4th inning, there were a couple of it was like the 3rd inning, I think, a couple of unearned runs. We drop a ball here, and then it's like, okay, there's a run that, we should be able to get back. So, it's kind of youthful mistakes right now, inexperienced mistakes, because we've got new first baseman, new third baseman. We have a new center fielder. Taylor Lux made a nice play out in right field. But you know what? All my outfielders made fairly nice plays tonight. Amber made a nice one going back. Olivia made a nice one going there. So it's just going to be some growing pains. And then the thing I was a little disappointed with, we didn't jump on their pitcher a little bit sooner. She's a good pitcher. She's got some good movement on the ball, and she can throw pretty much every pitch for a strike. but we didn't adjust very well. And then by the time you get to see her like the second or third time, then we started making an adjustment. But we've got to grow up really fast, and we've got to start maturing with those things.
Is that the toughest thing, having a young team is playing in this conference? Because there's not really a night off. You had, what, 2, 3, 4, and 14 in the Class 4A rankings last week?
Class 4A rankings, so, we get to see All-State pitcher last weekend. This is a new pitcher for Ballard. Tomorrow night, the Olensack girl, she's like a 4-year starter for them on the mound, and she's an outstanding pitcher. She does nice things. So, we're not going to have a night off. We'll have Segal at home on Thursday. We'll go to Atlantic on Saturday, and we'll get a chance to see what it's like playing the Hawkeye 10, because I think we got Clarinda, Red Oak, and Lewis Central. So, so it'll be interesting. We missed 3 games this weekend. We were disappointed. That would have given us some game experience again. Had an 8th grader make she didn't know the situation or whether or not she forgot it. There was 1 out. She's on first. There's a ball hitting the air. She's thinking, I got to go. Fundamental mistakes that, eventually we'll get out of. And we're just going to be patient with that. Our whole thing is stay together as a team and work to get better every game. And I saw some good things. I actually hadn't been hitting the ball, and then all of a sudden she punches one out there, and I thought that thing was gone.
I did too.
I was getting kind of excited for her, so those good things.
You mentioned the youth and just kind of getting game experience. The one thing I've noticed, this young group of girls, though, seems to really like the game of softball. I think their work ethic and their passion for this game is really going to be beneficial for this program.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that should be helpful. We've got some young kids coming in. They love the game of softball. They like it better than a lot of other sports, which is kind of unique because we haven't had that in a while. We get people that like volleyball. We get people that like basketball, but they don't like softball as well. We got people that like softball better than they like other things, and that's great. Spend some time during the summer, and you know what? Right now it's a different kind of thing. We're still in school. We've got games, a triple header tonight, triple header tomorrow night, and then just a double header on Thursday. And so it's going to be a long, tough week for us, to kind of start out for the experience that we got. But some of our younger kids are going to get to play quite a bit, freshman, JV, and then JV and varsity. So that's a good thing for us. Yeah,
like getting experience never does hurt, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Best of luck coming up with a very busy week.
Hey, thanks, Jeff.
Head Coach Tom Borchers again.